Cancer, there is somebody outside my house having a conversation on the phone. And it sounds like they're having a bit of difficulty with someone. It's like they're having, like, maybe like having to jump through hoops with some sort of admin. They sound really fed up, so I don't know if that really sounds a bit like what's going on for you at the moment, possibly. It might just be a side message that's come through for somebody. Cats, Cancer. As if you weren't fed up with me talking about cats in your last intuitive messages. Oh, by the way, if you don't want the intuitive messages, you can skip straight to the card reading by hitting the timestamp in the description box down below. I was sort of half listening to that guy still then. So yeah, you can hit that and that will take you straight to the cards, but a lot of people get stuff out of the intuitive messages, so stick around for those if they start to resonate with you. There might be something here for you. Talking about talking about intuitive messages, I watched another card reader. It was a Libra reading, and one of the intuitive messages she got through was Joe DiMaggio. I didn't really know who he is. I kind of know his name. He's like really famous, right? Baseball player, basketball, I don't know, baseball, I think. I don't know anything about like that. Sports, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. And I was thinking, well, why are you telling me Joe DiMaggio? Like, what's that? How is that relevant to me whatsoever? Remember Joe DiMaggio, guys? You might already have pieced it together if you watched last week's reading, but remember the name because it's gonna come back up. The cats though. So I had this thing through last time about 4 cats. I was talking about how I went for a walk. I hadn't seen any cats on my walks for ages, and I kind of stroked a cat. And then the next time I went out for a walk, I saw 4 cats. And I was talking about how it might be like relationships in your life. Actually, it might have been a message to me that I was going to get a cat as a surprise, because lo and behold, I do have a cat. She may decide to. At the moment, she's sleeping on the bed next to me, looking like the cat that's got the cream. She's so lazy. I'm jealous of her. Yeah, she may decide to come and cause disruption midway through the reading. We'll have to see. What did I want to say? Yeah, so it worries me though, because I've actually, in the house that I'm in now, we've had 4 cats. A cat that came with the house, I called him Poop Cat because he pooed in my wardrobe. He was really old and scruffy, and he passed away. Yeah, he was a character. The next cat we had was a kitten, and she had like a genetic problem. So after a few weeks, she did sadly also pass away. She was so affectionate though. She was the sweetest cat. The third cat was actually a neighbour's cat, and we called him Ninja Cat because he used to come in through the upper floor window. He used to sneak in and hide until we all went out, and then he'd kind of like come out of hiding, and we'd come home and he'd be asleep on my bed. But we kind of adopted him because I thought he was a stray at first, because he'd always come looking really like bedraggled and scruffy. So I was like, oh no, a stray cat. He didn't have a collar or anything. And when he started coming in the house, I ended up going around to all my neighbours and knocking on and saying, look, is this your cat? And they were all like, no, but he keeps climbing in through my window too. This funny cat. But he seemed really happy. I eventually found his owner, and he said, yeah, he likes to, they had like young children, and the cat wasn't very tolerant of the young children, so he used to go out a lot. And I think he used to come to us for some peace and quiet, and the neighbours were really happy with that. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, but he moved away, and then yeah, so this is actually my 4th cat. But what worries me is the message that came through with the 4th cat in your last reading was that the 4th cat ran away. Now this is what I'm scared of. We've got her, she's an outdoorsy cat. She likes to go to the bathroom outside, but she's we can't let her out until she's properly settled, until she realises that this is a home. And I want to get her chipped as well with our details before we let her out. And so she's really confused. She's like, but I want to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, here's a cat litter tray. She's like, I don't know how to use it. She's had a couple of goes in it, but she's had a couple of accidents too. So she's not had a number 2 yet, so I'm worrying about that. Too much information, but there you go. So yeah, I'm bless her. She's trapped in the house and she doesn't want to be. So maybe that's a message for some of you. Trapped in the house but you don't want to be. Sounds like COVID, right? I've got so much stuff for you. So the Marilyn Monroe stuff and this kind of like vintage, like old-fashioned movie stuff, like vintage retro movie kind of business is coming through. So in honour of all that, I have my Audrey Hepburn mug today, who is my screen legend. She's the person who I love to watch. I've got most of her movies on DVD because old school. Yeah, really love it. And Sabrina, I was getting Sabrina through. Yeah, that definitely Sabrina may be significant for somebody. Maybe it's somebody's name. Maybe the storyline of that is relevant to what's going on for you at the moment. I don't know. But yeah, I love Audrey Hepburn. But we're not talking about Audrey Hepburn today. We're talking about Marilyn Monroe. So also we've got a bit of Lana Del Rey, which has been coming through a lot recently. Mostly because I'm obsessed with the music at the moment. But I keep on getting Lana Del Rey songs. And she does have this kind of like... this vintage glamour about her, you know, quite 70s, 60s, 70s style to her. So the songs that you got through by Lana Del Rey, this was Intuitively. You got Love. I haven't actually randomised any Spotify songs for you, so we can do that on camera in a minute. You got Love, and you got Mariner's Apartment Complex. Now that's important, it came back around. Taurus also got that song, so and I sensed in Taurus's reading that they were dealing with a Cancerian, so there may be something going on there. I'm also picking up on like Libra and Pisces, so it may be that you have all these signs in your chart. It may be that these are people you're dealing with. You may want to go and check out some of those other readings. Don't have to. I'm not plugging my channel. It's genuinely, there may be other messages for you because I'm seeing a connection between all these signs. It may just be the placements in your chart. I'm all over the place. Especially go and watch Taurus's reading if there's some kind of boating connection for you. Naval, boats, sailors, anything like this. Go and see Taurus's reading. Let's see. I got You're Just Too Good to Be True. Can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. I don't know who sang that, so I'll find out and put it in the description box down below. I've got the word... Oh, I understand what this is now. It came through in the night, so I'd kind of forgotten about it. I've got the word child voice, which again, Marilyn Monroe used to use that child voice, so that might be something to do with that. But it sounded like an actual child, like a female young child. My knees have gone hot, like just above my knees. Sort of show you where I'm wearing my scruffy jogging bottoms today, so bear with me. At least I'm wearing pants, right? So sort of here, like just above my knees, has gone really hot. So maybe a child's put their hands on your knees, or you've had a child sat on your knees. They said, you don't deserve to do anything. You don't deserve to do anything. And I got the impression it was also like a child playing with dolls, and like one of the dolls had been naughty, and they were like, you don't deserve to go to the party, maybe, or you don't deserve to do anything. The way it was kind of, the feeling that I got around it, what the child was trying to say, was it's almost like, it's almost like you don't deserve this. You don't deserve, it's like someone having to do, it's like they were talking to a parent, like the parent was having to do all the housework, like having to do all the washing up, and this child was like, you don't deserve to be doing all this on your own. That's kind of what they meant, or you deserve more than this. Yeah, I don't know. Then I've got a lion's face. I saw it like a lion's face again. Then I got Blue Jeans by Lana Del Rey, particularly the line James Dean for sure. James Dean for sure. She uses, Lana Del Rey uses a little baby voice as well, especially in that You Can Be the Boss Daddy song. I love that. It's so bad. Yeah, so James Dean for sure. So maybe somebody's got this kind of look about them, that they have this kind of like old-fashioned kind of movie star vibe to them. Blue jeans, white shirt, white t-shirt, and that kind of like very kind of like slicked back hairstyle perhaps. Again, yeah, that kind of like old movie star vibe. Then I got Cagney and Lacey. Now, I forgot to look this up because I don't understand the reference Cagney and Lacey. Again, it's like Joe DiMaggio. It's a name I've heard. It's a reference that's in my head, but I don't have anything stuck to it. Like, I don't know what it means. I think it might be... It's an old TV show, right? And is it, I don't even know if it's like two women, two men, a man and a woman. I don't have a clue. I need to look it up probably. But were they detectives, Cagney and Lacey? And is it like Bonnie and Clyde? This is kind of the energy that's coming through. It's kind of like Bonnie and Clyde, like partners in crime almost energy. But I think Cagney and Lacey were like cops, possibly. I mean, I don't know. We can look it up. If you don't know, we can all look it up together and find out. Maybe you know, and you're screaming at the screen at me right now. Screaming at the screen. That might be relevant. Green screen. Maybe somebody uses a green screen. Then I got, it was like two songs singing to each other. So I was getting that Blue Jeans where it says, baby, can you see through the tears? And then the Mariner's apartment complex came back around, and with the lines, I'm no candle in the wind. Can you see through the tears? I'm no candle in the wind. So again, it's this almost like putting on a show, this Marilyn Monroe damsel in distress business, because what's also coming through is this thing about her being actually really very intelligent, or really actively learning, which again I'll come to as I go through my notes. I'm no candle in the wind. Baby, can you see through the tears? I'm no candle in the wind. Interesting. Yeah, so she's referencing Marilyn Monroe, right? The Elton John song, Candle in the Wind. I'm going to scribble him a note. Elton John song, I'm no candle in the wind. Is it Marilyn Monroe? Is that you? Am I connecting with your spirit? Are you going, I'm no candle in the wind, I'm badass. Don't make out like I'm soppy and blowing around. Okay. Then I got Paperback Writer, which is a song by the Beatles, but the version that I have is The Blossoms. Again, this is all intuitive, all came through intuitively. Just all stuff that's popping into my head. Paperback Writer, somebody might want to write, be a writer, write a screenplay. Perhaps someone wants to write a screenplay or write movies, something like this perhaps. That song's playing in my head, sorry, it's distracting. I've actually wrote Look Up Song. I think I was looking up who wrote it, but it was the Beatles. Right, sorry, They're Making Connections. Running Just As Fast As We Can by Tiffany, but the words running just as fast as we can, like literally, it's like two people holding hands and running was the visual that I was kind of seeing. Then I got through All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. So we've got two Beatles songs. And sometimes when I get two songs, it's actually the artist that's more important than the songs. So I was drawn to Beatles and the car, the Beetle. There's something about cars coming through. Beetle cars. They're kind of showing me 90s movies. Drew Barrymore always had a Beetle. Well, she didn't always have a Beetle, but she had a Beetle in a few movies. It's actually my favourite car is a Beetle, the old-fashioned style Beetles. Yeah, I don't know why this is coming through, but it is. All You Need Is Love, the Beatles. And they're showing me again that Madonna song from your last reading where Material Girl, where at the end he kind of picks her up in a junk, like a junk truck, junk car. So something to do with junk cars, old junk cars. I don't know. Right, okay. A visual I saw was a woman with a blonde bob, and she was, I think, the next image I saw, so it was like these two people were interacting with each other, was a little girl with like red, like ginger red hair in a bob, and it's like, I think she had a ribbon in her hair, and the woman had her, she was almost like cupping the child's chin like this, and the kind of reference that I have for this child is Annie. She kind of reminds me of Annie. And then the reference for the woman that they gave me was Miss Lovely, I think she's called, and it's the teacher out of Matilda. So there may be something where a teacher is looking after a child who is orphaned, or a teacher, it's like this kind woman. She had like a long, like sort of past the shoulder, like a long bob, the woman. Very kind looking, and the Annie child had a short sort of jaw length bob. Yeah, Miss Lovely, I don't know what that is. That kind of came through as it's a separate thing. Oh my god, my notes are a mess. I got so much through for you. Right, going back to Marilyn Monroe, with that Paperback Writer, they were trying to give me a Marilyn Monroe relationship. This is kind of how it was being given to me. I think it might have been Arthur Miller. Was there another guy? Because I was getting Woody, and it's like not Woody Harrelson, because that's the wrong person. Woody something Woodson. Maybe somebody has a name with Wood in it. Woodley, Wood. I don't know, Wood. Would you believe it? Somebody may have the name. May have a name with the Wood. Woody the cowboy out of Toy Story. I don't know, but it's giving me. I actually Googled Marilyn Monroe Woody, and it came up with this. I can't even read, Brain Picks website, where it was like almost like resolutions, almost like New Year's resolutions that famous people had written down. It's really, really interesting. I will link it in the description box below, hopefully, if I remember. But it had some of Marilyn Monroe's resolutions. And it was so sweet. She was like so determined to kind of to learn, to grow, to observe, to be a student, to attend all these different classes. She wanted to go to university, and it's like all these things that she wanted, but it's like almost aware that she had this slightly lazy nature. So the bit that stood out to me was she had one that said to enjoy myself when I can. This was the last one. To enjoy myself when I can. I'll be miserable enough as it is. Oh, I feel so sad saying it. And to enjoy myself when I can, because I'll be miserable enough as it is. Isn't she such a like sad sounding character, but also so amazing? Like, you know, the intelligence of her, you know, wanting to appear like this. And I had this as well. It's like this wanting to appear to be intelligent. I was a bit of a Barbie as a teenager. You know, really interested in fashion, a bit preoccupied by the way I look. I've kind of got a bit of a body dysmorphia, kind of face blindness going on. I remember having a conversation with somebody in work. I worked at Topshop, and they was talking about my appearance, and I was like, I literally don't know what I look like. Like, I don't know if I'm ugly, I don't know if I'm attractive, I can't tell, I don't know. And she told me, oh, you've got jowls, they'll look great when you're older. I was like, right, thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah, so I don't know. Where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, so yeah, I was this bit of a Barbie. I had big boobs, blonde hair. Got a lot of like the wrong kind of attention kind of thing. And eventually I sort of started to dress more dowdy, because I was like, well, I don't want to attract that attention anymore. And people would often see me, I'm quite a girly, giggly person, like how I present in real life. So people would often underestimate me or see me as stupid, you know, dumb blonde kind of thing, which I think is terrible, people judging you for your appearance and the way you present. But I do think I've got a decent brain under that, under all the giggles and the lewd jokes. And it got to a point where I was about 25, and I was like, do you know what, I need to prove myself, and not only to everybody else, but to myself, that I'm intelligent. And it's this kind of like Marilyn Monroe thing of like, I want to go to university, and I did. And I studied something that was like, I think it was more like because I could kind of thing. It's like sort of, I'm going to study the thing that is like the thing that all the rich people, the posh people, the men of history, who would have been seen as being very learned, studied. What did all the posh men study throughout history? Literature and classics, right? Latin. So that's what I studied. I was like, I had to prove myself that I was intelligent enough to do this. So yeah, I did. I went to university, studied those things and got my degree. And now I've kind of proved to myself and to the world that I have a brain underneath this giggly blonde personality. And like, it's almost like now I'm kind of re-embracing the kind of interest in the way I look, where for a while I kind of like almost wanted to kind of be accepted for what was under the surface, so I kind of didn't put as much attention into the way I looked for a while, and now it's kind of like I'm finding that balance again. But this is like the Marilyn Monroe thing. Sorry, I'm just waffling about myself, and I'm meant to be talking about you, but again, it's like either this is someone you're connecting with, or you're going through something similar, or not. Like I say, you can always jump to the cards down below if this isn't your story, but I waffle on and I say these things for a reason, because it's life things that we go through, and it's other people can connect to these things, and sometimes it really helps to hear another person say these things. So here it is. It's me waffling for 20 minutes on the internet about my insecurities and my imposter syndrome. Hi. But that kind of is why I did that video, that running video, sort of trying to see myself from the 3D, like trying to see myself from another perspective, rather than see myself in a mirror, which is kind of a distorted form of myself. That's kind of like the stuff that I was working on recently. So back to Woody. Who's Woody then? Woody is Woody Guthrie. I don't know who he is. Guthrie. There's the siren. He was the next person in this. See, I feel like everything comes through for a reason. You know, there's a reason why I couldn't think of Arthur Miller. There was a reason why I was trying to think of that Woody guy, because they wanted me to look specifically at these resolutions. I was guided there. So I googled Marilyn Monroe Woody. I got Marilyn Monroe. Straight after was Woody Guthrie. Now, he was like very unassuming. They described him as equal parts brave and vulnerable. I don't know who this person is. I don't know if he's super famous or if he's just a random person. No idea. I didn't Google it any further than this. But yeah, equal parts brave and vulnerable. So I've wrote down number 25, number 26, number 27 of his resolutions. So 25, send money to Mary and the kids. 26, dance better. 27, help win war, beat fascism. And it's so funny. It's like these simple things. I want to learn to dance better and I want to defeat fascism. It's this lovely juxtaposition of those two things. And then he's sort of saying, love this person more, love this person more, love this person more, love everybody more. And he just seems, I don't know, I just love that. I love seeing people's resolutions. I kind of think I need to make some resolutions myself. Love yourself more, Cinderella. I love myself. Right. I think that's all my notes now. Goodness me. Oh, you had sometimes as I'm shuffling the cards and setting up for the reading, the cards pop out. You had the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So you have 3 aces. So you may be going into some new territory here, like a brand new way of thinking, feeling, dealing with the world. It's kind of like a new start for you. You also had the Empress, who is like all 4 queens of the tarot. It's like bossing it up energy. Definitely Marilyn Monroe energy, right? And you had the Chariot card twice. It came out of this deck twice. Now that's your card. The Chariot's the Cancerian card. And it's all about taking action, making choices, fast movement forward. And it can represent a car, okay? That only just clicked for me. I was talking about the Beetle and the cars. Somebody may be getting a car. Joe DiMaggio, I forgot. So I was Googling Marilyn Monroe's husbands, because I don't remember these things, and one of them was Joe DiMaggio, and I was like, oh, that's who he is. And it's so funny because I was given Joe DiMaggio as something for me to look out for, and then I'm doing your reading now and all of a sudden he's there. It's funny how it all comes around. I don't know, maybe Joe DiMaggio is somebody that you really like. You might be somebody that you know a lot about. You might be annoyed with me because I don't know who he is. Marilyn Monroe's husband, right? And that's the thing with him as well. He was the reason that they say they kind of divorced was that he kind of got jealous as she got more famous than him, more popular than him. He kind of couldn't deal with it because he was used to being the most popular person in the room, and he kind of he got a bit jealous when that she was so sexualized. He couldn't deal with it. It was like, you're mine. It's that lockdown energy, right? I don't know, but she seemed pretty happy with Arthur Miller, who was like the director, right? And so I don't know, there's something going on with like choice in love. Maybe you've gone through a lot of relationships. Was trying to figure out what you want from relationships. I don't know. So I'm gonna pause. I'm going to make sure I'm properly, sorry about my scruffy hair today. I'm going to tune into your energies, really kind of, oh, one last thing, I was really called to kind of put on all my ancestor jewellery today. My mum's wedding ring, this wedding ring that my nana gave me recently, I don't know whose it was or where it came from, I don't know. she was going like, have an engagement ring, you need to get married. I was like, okay, nana. And then this, like, this is something that my granddad gave me, and then my nana also gave me, like, if I can sort of get it on camera, this kind of like amber acorn pendant. So yeah, for some reason, all this ancestor jewellery, I just ended up putting it all on today. Right, stop waffling, Cinderella. I'm going to pause, I'm going to tune into the reading, I'm going to light some joss sticks. Which one should I light for you? Dragon's blood, they're telling me dragon's blood. And I will be back with you soon. Everything's going a little bit wrong for me today. So we're here, we've got the songs ready to randomise. You've got, I want to do it on camera, but the ones that came through while I was doing everything badly was We Need to Talk by Tayla Parx, No Surprises by Radiohead, and Bold by Billie Eilish. But right, we're going to randomise 2 more songs for you now on camera. What are you going to get? I had 2 adverts as well, it was a whole hot mess. Here we go, drum roll please. Oh my god, that's what I was literally singing in the introduction. That's so funny. Okay, one more song please for Cancer. I Need You to Hate Me by JC Stewart. There you go. So you can look up those songs. You can see they were randomised on camera. Yeah, there you go. So those songs may mean something in particular to you. Yorkshire may be important for someone. Someone may be from Yorkshire, drink a lot of Yorkshire tea. I was sort of like saying me a lot, like guide me hands. So I don't know, somebody may speak like that instead of my. What else were they telling me? Has it gone? It may have gone. Okay, it'll come back if it's important. It'll come back if it's meant to. Just gonna finish off my coffee before we start. Right, thank you, Audrey Hepburn. You have served me well. Right, let's go. Oh, it's bothering me now. I can't think what they wanted me to tell you. I don't know. Right, can I possibly get like 1 card, please? Let's try for 1 card, please, for Cancer today. What would you like to tell Cancer today, please? Most important message. Thank you. Oh, the lookout in the underneath there again. So again, Taurus reading had a lot of ships business. So again, if you've got any kind of connection or anything going on to do with boats, sailing, navy, Titanic. If you've watched that movie recently, do go and check out Taurus's reading as well. The Oracle of Delphi, it was in the reverse. Interesting. You might have to trust yourself on this one. You might not be able to get the answers you're seeking from this reading. Bye. Have a nice afternoon. No, this might be about trusting your gut. I'm going to read from the book. Why was this in reverse? Number 1 as well. Number 1. You're my number 1. Is that by Goldfrapp? So the Oracle of Delphi in reverse. This card shows that you've been denying your inner voice in some way. You may have gotten messages from your spirit or from other spirits that you haven't acknowledged or that you may be resisting. Not me, I just blurt out everything that comes to me. Perhaps you've been sidelining your psychic or mediumship work. Whatever the case, wake up to the power of the messages you receive. When you deny them, you undermine all you wish to achieve. So light the torch. When you listen to the voice within, they're giving me Christina Aguilera, the voice within, you're getting a lot of songs, and respond to it, you become the oracle in your own life. Akashic Force, close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upwards from the very depths of your being. Notice the first thing that you sense. So they are encouraging you to trust your psychic abilities, trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing. You know, you may be like knowing things but not knowing why you know them. That happens to me a lot, gets me into sticky situations. Yeah, really trust your intuition on this one. Let me just show you that so you can pause that and have a reread of it yourself. So really interesting. Yeah, you may be resisting something. It's like perhaps you're seeing synchronicities, signs, patterns, sort of almost like how I was talking about that Joe DiMaggio. It didn't make sense when it came out through that reading. I was like, no, well, that's not me, that must be somebody else's message. And then like literally, like what, within the 24 hours I stumble over Joe DiMaggio in relationship to Marilyn Monroe. So yeah, really strange. So things like that are happening to you, where you're noticing these synchronicities, noticing the signs. They're giving me Kesha song, BFF. When I'm with my best friend, I feel like myself again. Neither of our boyfriends are even invited. That might be something for you, something, yeah. Yeah, synchronicities. Trust the synchronicities. Don't resist. Go with the flow. Try and connect to your own intuition. Maybe light some incense sticks, right? The lookout. Perhaps you're looking out now for signs, or you need to look out for the signs. They're giving me Joe DiMaggio again. Maybe some of you are in a relationship. Maybe the person that you're with is like Joe DiMaggio. The Village. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, this is an interesting card in the underline here. Thank you as well, guides, spirits, universe, for giving me one card out of each of these decks, because you're giving me too many cards this week. I'm going to move it more central as well, since they're behaving themselves. I know the meaning of this card, but I'm going to read it to you. Again, it's almost like that ring there as well. Yeah, there could be... It's interesting that I'm wearing 2 engagement rings. Perhaps you've been engaged to 2 people. Perhaps one of them is with a marriage ring, and one is an engagement ring. It's like 2 relationships here, sort of like how Marilyn Monroe was with Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller. Again, I kind of need to go through on a bit of a deep dark rabbit hole dive on Marilyn Monroe's life and kind of remind myself of all the things, because I don't remember everything. I feel like I'm sort of missing part of the story here by not knowing her life better. But I couldn't sit there and just research Marilyn Monroe for hours before doing your reading. I kind of looked up enough stuff, so yeah, you're on your own. You're on your own for now until the next reading comes around. The Village. Okay, the hometown, the family, the tribe. The village presents us with a conundrum. On the one hand, it's the place that feels most like home, the place to which you can always return. Nostalgia and comfort draw us back. On the other hand, it's the very place you must leave in order to grow. Around the village, an unspoken boundary exists, one most villagers do not want you to cross. Through some support, I don't understand that. Though some support you're leaving, still you hear the whispers of doubt as you venture beyond its borders, leaving them behind. No, though some support you're leaving, still you hear whispers of doubt as you venture beyond its borders, leaving them behind. The energy of the village is present any time we feel restricted by a certain group, community, family, place, or ideology. It may have served us in the past, yet staying within its parameters will never satiate our thirst for life. Thank the village for all it has provided, knowing you will someday return. For now, the world awaits. Yeah, intimate, rooted, intergenerational, communal. Just sort the camera out again a little bit. When dark, small-minded, gossipy, trapped, restricted. Go deeper. Haruki Murakami's hard-boiled wonderland and the edge of the world. Returning to the village is as important as leaving it. It can be thought of as a completion or an integration of what you've learned out in the wild. The village moves with you, as it is more of a mindset than a physical place. Interesting. So it's talking about getting out of your comfort zone, isn't it? Like having the support of people behind you, but needing to leave your comfort zone because you're feeling a bit trapped, a bit restricted. It's like not being able to spread your wings and grow where you are. So you need to kind of get out, explore the world, learn some life lessons and come back. And I think this is kind of that intuitive knowing. Perhaps it's like you're almost feeling a call to go somewhere, to do something, to move. Ring, could be a telephone. engagement. It could be like some sort of, not necessarily like engagement like ring, but it could, I mean, it's coming through very strongly. But it could be something like engaging with something or someone. I get that thing again about maybe someone's like thrown away a wedding ring into some grass and then they have to go back looking for it. I keep getting that thing about like losing some jewellery in some grass. It can be found in the grass. Hopefully not weed. I don't know why that came through. Yeah, with the vapours. Behave yourselves, guys. It pickles your brain, you know. It does. Right, okay. You know, you do what you want to do. It's your life. It's not for me to tell you what to do. Okay, here we go. 4 of materials. Oh, yeah, there's resistance. You're resisting this. What's in the underlying? The Tower. Oh, yeah. Okay. Resisting your calling, resisting fate, resisting what the universe has in store for you leads to Tower moments. Okay. It's like we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. That's what the universe is telling you right now. It's like we're trying to send you signs and signals because we want you to move. We want you to do what you know is your path. It's your true calling. You can feel it. You know it, but you're resisting it. You're blocking it. Okay. I need to read that Alethea card as well before I move on to the 4 of materials. I'm kind of being reminded. Here we go. Excuse me. Truth. Haha, I'm telling you the truth. You know the truth. You can feel it in your bones. Our soul recognizes truth when someone speaks it. A cool wave of relief washes over the room and all the facts and figures in our world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Alethea. And right, okay, I understand why it's come through in this order now. I understand why I pulled these cards in this order, because the Alethea is the Tower. Okay, the Tower is the truth being spoken, which is what this card is talking about. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. The truth has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognise Alethea by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Alethea card requires us to step forward and act of truth. Step towards an act of truth. Sorry, I got distracted because I was thinking about how I was talking about my story of why I went back to education, because I had read Marilyn Monroe's story and feelings on that. So it's like this truth domino effect. It might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honours the unveiling of what's been concealed. Also the kind of like problems with like identity, face blindness, that kind of thing. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and a sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. When light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. Go deeper. The goddess Mat and Veritas. Ah, I know those. The goddess Mat. Mat, M-A-A-T. I know from the name Matkara, who was my favourite Egyptian queen. She's kind of like, people don't know about her. They know Cleopatra, they know Nefertiti, but Hatshepsut, Matkara, she was the badass. Yeah, she was like, she kind of wore a false beard. She was like this king of Egypt. She was really, really cool. You may want to go and look that up. But Mat meant like the peace of the land. It's like the peace and tranquility of the land. And then Veritas is literally the Latin word for truth. It has more of a meaning than truth though as well. Veritas, it's like verified. It's like confirmed truth, honour. There's like this feeling of honour to it. It was really, really important, a very important concept to the classical world. This kind of like truth and honour and what's the word they're trying to give me? They're showing me the High Honour card from the Kiro Marchetti deck. Not nobility. They kind of show, it's like knights. What's the word? So like King Arthur's court, how did they act? They acted with, it's more than honour. What was the word for it? I'm going to pause and think. Chivalry. Chivalry is the word they were trying to give me. So it is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Good vibrations. Vibrations were coming through in Gemini's reading yesterday. Picasso said, "We all know there is art. We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realise truth, at least the truth that is given to understand." Yeah, there's like distortion. Distortion, again, it's like... distortion of the person, the way that Marilyn Monroe presented a certain image of herself. They show me Instagram, like presenting a certain version of yourself to the world that is kind of, it's a truth because it's an aspect of you. They're showing me diamonds, like the way that there's different facets, right? Different facets to a diamond. You can see this one's actually broken. Yeah, different facets to a diamond, different surfaces. So some people often, well, everybody normally presents one or two of the facets to the world, and you may show different facets in different situations. It's still a part of yourself. It's true, it's authentic, but it's not the whole gem. I don't know why it's coming through like that. Right, let's go to that Tower card, because I really want to read it in relation to this Truth card. So 16. So I think you're going to have like a Tower moment. It's like a Knight of Emotions. That's a Knight of Cups. So I think somebody's going to be speaking some sort of emotional truth to you. And I think you know what this truth is. I think you feel it. It's like something that's unspoken. But there's some resistance to this. We'll get more into why that resistance is here as well. But it's almost like if you don't follow the guidance, the signs and symbols that the universe is showing you, then it's going to bring about Tower moments which are can be quite destabilizing. But it's because it's almost like the rug pulled out from under your feet, right? It's pushing you out of your comfort zone. The Tower: unexpected change, a massive shift, beliefs shattered, paradigms flipped, an opportunity to rebuild your life in new ways. It's like phoenix energy, being flexible, finding shards of light within the chaos, a rift in reality. Hello, fragility. When life seemingly falls apart and everything appears to crumble. I'm sorry, they're showing me the labyrinth at the end where she says, you have no power over me, and like the world falls apart and it's all like she's just kind of falling through the air. Everything appears to crumble into a million little fragments. The muse of the Tower can be called upon to powerfully clear any situation and to carefully, oh so carefully, pick up the slivers of broken dreams and of mismatched ingredients. She finds herself drawn to the moments of dysfunction and to large stagnant blocks of energy. Like a cosmic puzzle maker, she removes the outgrown situations in order to force fit the new. So it's like Loki energy, isn't it? Is it Kali as well? Kali. It's kind of like the Hindu goddess of chaos, is it? I may be wrong on that one. And she seeks the diamonds that are always hiding just beneath the surface. Diamonds have been a common theme of life's fractures, creating beauty from chaos. She is the rebuilder of stories, dreams and souls. She reminds you that there's no need to be afraid of change, that she would never be drawn to any situation that was perfectly balanced or whole. So trust any discomfort that her change brings today will help to shift things into perspective, to perfect realignment later. Unexpected, rug pulled out, sky is falling in. Unrelenting, falling backwards, blocked as we begin. So, yeah, I think you're going to hit a Tower moment. It's a truth. It's something unexpected. You're going to feel like the rug's pulled out from under your feet. But it's because the universe is really trying to, like, shove you in the direction of whatever this is. I heard patience, but it was like I was hearing you or the earthy energy telling the universe patience. It's like, I am working on this. I know I'm not... Right, the message that's coming through in reply is like, I'm not blocking it. I'm not blocking this. I know, I can see the signs, but I'm trying to slide into this in a way that isn't a Tower moment. It's like somebody's trying to do something gently to avoid the Tower moment, to avoid the chaos and the disruption. They're trying to kind of do it in an organised fashion is the way I'm seeing it. Four of Pentacles. So why is the Four of Pentacles here? The Four of Materials. Giving and receiving, the flow of abundance, being charitable. No, that's the Six of Pentacles. Why am I reading Six of Pentacles? I know numbers. Four of Materials, savings, checking on finances, creating solid foundations, resting on your laurels, a time to step into an abundance mindset, letting go of lack, building for the future, protection and generosity, a shell full of shillings. She looks out at the camel below. It's saving its water, and she smiles, for she understands this beautiful beast and its desire to conserve for the future. Safety, backup, the secret stash of I'm okay. A petal, my hand's going cold, a petal falls off a rosebud purse that she has carefully been holding close, and the realization that money comes and goes sets in, and she panics momentarily. But I have saved more than I spend, she reminds herself. I am safe. And the muse of the Four Materials sends her a small pulse of comfort from the heavens. You have the whole universe inside of you, and you can build and make more at any time. It's never too late. The muse reminds you that too, you are always safe. And while material extras are always nice to have, build and watch, they're not all necessary for your joy. The coveting, the scarcity, hoarding safety in a box, but really freedom comes when generosity unlocks. So this is almost like karma, giving to receive. It's like how I stroked that black cat. It wasn't a black cat, my cat's black. I stroked that cat when I was out for a walk, and then the next time I saw 4 more cats. So it's like karma, the rule of 3. Whatever you put out comes back to you times 3. So if you're generous, then the universe provides. Now, I learned this lesson quite early on when I kind of fell into all this and bonkers stuff happened. It's like I'd always struggled with money. I'd always struggled with having enough. I had that kind of scarcity mindset where I almost was a little bit Scroogey, because I was scared that if I overspent, I would struggle later. So I've always been really, really careful with money. I've very, very rarely ever splurged. And if I did splurge, it's because I knew I had more than enough, like, to be able to do that. What I found was actually that if I spent the money on the things, it's like give us this day our daily bread, and it's this plutonic energy as well, the universe will provide for your needs. And as soon as I kind of started to do this, I trusted this. The universe literally gave me money. I got money back for working at the school. They gave me money back from a pensions thing. Actually, I haven't had that back yet, but they're trying to give it me back. I had a tax rebate. I had I can't remember what else, but it's like literally money like just being given to me. COVID, right? We went into lockdown. I didn't have to work. I still got the money. The what's it called? The furlough money. It's like, yeah, okay, I trust you, universe. And so letting go of this need to kind of hoard, like save for a rainy day, or not spend on the things I needed, actually brought me more money. Spending gave me more money. It was the strangest thing. Yeah, so somebody may need to do that, just to have the faith that the universe will provide for what you need, which is very difficult actually. If you've in your life you've experienced problems with money, not having enough money, like paycheck to paycheck, it can be really scary to kind of trust that. Yeah, and it's like I was giving money to charity and things, to yeah, different things that I normally wouldn't feel like I was able to do. So that's an interesting message there for somebody. And it's always good to save, right? It's always good to save like 10% of your income, and have that rainy day money for when things do go wrong. We had unexpected things. We had a death in the family, so we've got things that we weren't expecting to have to pay out for this month, but we have the money there to cover that. It's okay. It's not like we're rich or anything, but it's just about managing money and being good with money. Yeah, and you know, sometimes the people around you aren't quite so good, and you have to kind of help others, but the money will come back to you, is the way that I'm kind of seeing it. So it's a strange message. Okay, can you tell me more? Actually, I'm just gonna, why have I done it like this? I don't know. Let's clarify the Oracle of Delphi. Thank you. 3 of Wands. This card came out for you when I was shuffling. You're watching and waiting. I think you are seeing the signs. I think you're you know that something's coming in. It's not that you're, I mean, this is a card of resistance. Perhaps you're resisting because you think it's not the right time. It's like, well, I just want to save up a little bit more money before I do this. I just want to make sure that it's like preparing. It's like, I really want to prepare well. It's like that Tower moment is almost unavoidable. It's kind of like, you know, something's coming in. You know that you're going to have to move with that Tower moment there. But it's like you're trying to do it in a sensible way. So it's kind of this watching, waiting, patience energy of like, universe, I am seeing the signs. I'm just trying to get everything right and get everything organized before I move on this. Page of Pentacles, but then this is about not taking an offer, not taking an opportunity, not learning something, which is a worry, because if the universe is trying to get you to move, to learn, like the showing Marilyn Monroe again, how she was had all these plans to kind of go to these different classes and to learn new things, or perhaps in the place that you're in, you've outgrown it, you've got to the point where you're not learning anything new, there's nothing new there for you, there's no room to grow, so you need to move in order to grow. But it's a card again about either an opportunity not coming or not accepting an opportunity. Can you tell me more about the Four of Materials, please? Why is the Four of Materials here? My heart's going. I think you're really nervous. I think you're really, really nervous about something. Oh my goodness. Look at that. You've got 3 major arcanas. This is really big energy. No wonder my heart was pumping. I'm going to move these over so you can see better. Oh yeah, you are going to be feeling this. Three major arcana is big energy. So you could be scared. You could be scared. Okay, the Magician. This is manifestation. Wanting something, making it happen, going for your goals, making your dreams a reality, wishing something into existence. It's a powerful creator of dreams, a powerful person who makes things happen. So you may have strong manifestation abilities right now. I'm sort of getting a pain over my right eye. So it comes with the Hierophant. It's like, this is backed by the universe. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, is backed by the universe. It's this higher energy. Again, the Hierophant can be a card about higher learning, higher knowledge. You may be doing something where you're learning about something spiritual, trusting God, seeking higher wisdom, seeking guidance from some kind of authority. The Hierophant card is also a card about the structures that are in place in your life. So it's things like church, politics, parliament, authority, workplaces, right? It's like the rules, traditions, structure, customs of people around you. And it's here with the Justice card. So this is almost like, it could be like courts, a court system with the Hierophant and the Justice, some kind of like authority, which is here to kind of find out the truth and balance the situation and weigh the scales. Some of you with the Hierophant and the Justice card, it could be, and the Magician and the Hierophant and Justice, it could be somebody, there could be some kind of legal situation involved here, some kind of contracts, or a panel of judges, people. Yeah, it's almost like you see these two people here, they're both kind of sat on these thrones. It's like, it could be that this is literally like a panel of judges, like you have to go in front of some sort of authority figures who are going to make some sort of judgment, seeking guidance, seeking good judgment, making something happen. For some of you, side message, if this is involving marriages for you, because I was saying about wearing 2 engagement rings, this could be closing out, either manifesting a marriage situation, manifesting marriage contracts, saving up for because you're manifesting a marriage, or it could be manifesting the closing of some kind of legal situation, making it fair. With the Four of Materials there, it's a card about kind of almost like clinging on to money, clinging on to material things. So this could be some kind of marriage, divorce proceedings for some of you, and you're trying to manifest a good outcome, good judgment call. My heart's going again. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, that's the wife card. So if it's not a marriage or a long-term commitment, it's something like that. It could be a workplace situation. It's involving contracts, legal matters, money, things that are tangible, real, part of the 3D world. Okay, let's go. Can you tell me more, please? So why is the Three of Wands here with the Oracle of Delphi? What's this watching and waiting? The Knight of Cups. Somebody, there may be this may be two people then. It's like it's coming through very strongly as love. I can't say it's not if you know it isn't. What? They're giving me it must be love. Like I can't say it's not if it isn't. What does that even mean? And then they're giving me it must be love. Like you can't deny it. It's like it's undeniable. Watching and waiting, making a decision, made a decision, waiting for your ships to come in, intuitive knowing that this is happening, reading the signs, seeing the signals, because the Knight of Cups is on his way. This is somebody like, look, cap in hand. Was I saying something about doing things properly, or was that in your last reading? No, I was, wasn't I? It's like high honour. Why is that noisy truck outside? Maybe it's a moving truck. I'm going to get a pair of Converse like that. He's got like what little wings on them. Oh, that's funny that I was like drawn to look at them more closely. He's got like these little, it's like Hermes or, yeah, these little Hermes trainers. It's like a fast movement, flying. Somebody might be like literally like flying in here. Maybe someone's taking a flight, a plane, but I was talking about like high honor. This is guy, he's kind of like the Lancelot for me, the Knight of Cups. He's kind of hopeless romantic. It's kind of like a Pisces in love energy, like the knights in shining armor. He's coming in high honor, cap in hand, coming in the right way, right? It's knight in shining armor. They kind of show me how the sun is shining down on that horse, and it's like glowing. It's got like a little star as well on its little muzzle there. It's like wishes coming true. Chivalry, chivalrous. Maybe going to a beach with this person. There's a picnic there. Yeah, this is someone coming in with a love offer, and it's very honourable, very pure intentioned. Coming in like a knight in shining armour. So this could be you going to someone like that, or this is someone coming into you like that. Cancer, I like your readings at the moment. I know, Kitty, I agree. Squeak noises. Right, okay. The Village and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. What is this about? The Hierophant's back. Oh, you've got 3 cards. Again, 3 major arcanas. What is going on, Cancer? Like, that is unbelievable. The chance of 3 major arcana coming out together twice. That's really quite rare. It's big energy. You've got the Hierophant and the High Priestess and the Hangman. The Hierophant and the High Priestess are almost like a pair in the tarot, sort of like the Emperor and the Empress would be a pair, but this is kind of like a spiritual connection between 2 people. Again, it can indicate sort of like marriage with the Hierophant there. It's ascension energy as well. The depiction of the Hierophant on this card, again, I was talking about higher learning, higher knowledge, ascension, right? Working your way up a ladder of some kind, a spiritual ladder, career ladder, I don't know, because again, Hierophant is like about playing by the rules. I'm gonna have to shut the window more. Noisy builders are noisy. Yeah, I think there's a spiritual connection here between 2 people, a spiritual link. So we've talked a little bit about a Hierophant card. It's interesting as well that we have a female on this Hierophant card and a male on this Hierophant card. I'm getting like yin yang kind of energy here, or it could just be you. It could be you balancing out the 2 sides of yourself, but I'm seeing it as a strong spiritual connection between 2 people. The High Priestess is a card about intuitive knowing, being led by intuition, feeling very She's very, very in tune with her emotions. She's very, very intuitive in a lot of ways. You could have some sort of psychic ability. If you go on BuzzFeed as well, and I did a kind of one of these daft quizzes that they do on BuzzFeed, but it was one that was about psychic abilities. Do you have a psychic ability? So you may want to go and have a look at that. Yeah, it's really being led. It's like the Oracle of Delphi card in the upright. It's really being led by your intuition, spiritual knowing, inner knowing, trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, believing in your dreams, manifestation as well there with it sitting in the Magician, but with them being together. And with this Hangman energy, I really am picking up the Village card as well, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the way that the Oracle of Delphi came out in reverse, this Three of Wands, which is watching, waiting energy, the Four of Pentacles, which is blocking, because I'm really getting this sense that there's some sort of hold up. It's like you're ready, you are ready, you've took that leap, but the universe is kind of like holding you back a little bit, because this connection that I think I'm picking up on between two people here, it's like there is a sense with that Tower that you have to kind of take a leap towards it, but I think there's things that are wrapping up here with the Justice card as well. It's like there's things that are wrapping up. Perhaps you need to save money, perhaps you need to do something with the tangible financial things, perhaps there's contracts that need like loose ends that need tying up. Could be soulmate contracts as well here. You have a soulmate contract with somebody which feels very, very divinely led. Soulmate contracts can be good or bad. I'm seeing this as a very, very positive one. But the Hangman holding you back, because I think there's something you've not quite seen. There's something perhaps you've missed. There's things that it's like you're so close, right? She's so close, but there's just a few more things that need wrapping up with that there. That's such a cool reading. Can you tell me more about the Four of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Hierophant? The Devil, more major arcana. The Devil can be something that you're tied to, like can see he's kind of like the puppet master, with the Hierophant there as well. There is this kind of puppet master energy coming through, something that you feel tied to. Again, I'm picking up kind of like contracts, and again it can be like literal, like tangible contracts, or it can be like some karmic contracts, soulmate contracts that you feel very, very tied to. This is a card again about feeling tied, restricted. This is a card about not being able to move. There's things that need wrapping up here. There's things that you're still tied to that I think need to be released. There is a little bit of trickster energy here. He's kind of, looks like he's offering you the strings, but he's also got his hand behind his back, reaching out to you, but there's strings attached. Somebody may be reaching out to you, but there's strings attached. This strings attached energy. The Justice is here though. Justice with that sword held high, with the Truth. We've got two cards about truth. Will cut through any ties that are meant to be cut through, anything that binds you that is meant to be released. The Truth will come in to separate you. It's like she's coming in with that sword. She's going to cut through that fabric and then fall through. So you're waiting on the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You can't handle the truth. You're waiting with the Justice, that Aletheia card. Yeah, there's a truth here that is being waiting on, is coming. There is some resistance to this truth coming out, because I think you're still wrapping things up on both sides probably. You're trying to do things the right way. I am picking up with like you know, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The Hierophant is very, very by the book. The Magician's a bit of a trickster. There is a sense though of wanting to be honourable in this. Justice, very, very honourable card. Yeah, the truth is here, but I think there is almost like they showed me a pathway and a slippery slope. It's like almost like snakes and ladders. It's like there's the hard way and the easy way. Stick to high honour. Try and be as honourable as you can in this situation. I think probably tread carefully, take it slowly. Make sure you do this tying up of any loose ends. But the truth will set you free is what I'm hearing. The truth will set you free. Four of Pentacles again on the bottom there. You may have to save money. This card is kind of, gives me like put the money in your purse, which is a line from Othello. Iago speaks it, and he's one of the most horrible, tricky characters as well. There may be some deception. With the Devil card and the Magician here, there may be some deception around money. Iago had ulterior motives, so it's like somebody who is pretending to be a friend, and they're telling you, like, what was Iago saying in that scene? So he's talking to someone who is in love with somebody, but he's saying, bide your time, put money in your purse. There's a deception there with that, because I think part of the deception, I need to reread the scene, part of the deception though that Iago is doing on this person is like, Iago's getting something out of this situation, and by delaying it, so he's telling this person to save your money, take your time, save your money. The delay is actually part of Iago's deception, which allows him to continue to take advantage of this person. Somebody may, if someone is telling you to save money, ask yourself, is that person benefiting from this? Is somebody benefiting by the truth not coming out because they will benefit financially for it? It's a message for someone. Ask yourself, who benefits if you put money in your purse? Who is telling you to do that? And why are they telling you to do that? There's something with money and deception. Okay, best advice please for Cancer or the people coming to this reading today. Best advice please for the Cancerians and the people coming for this reading today. For the people who this message is resonating with, please. People resonating with this message, what's the best advice you can give them today, please? There we go. Community on the bottom there. We have mending and a change in the wind. Again, it's like almost this situation of like, make, do, and mend. Like something about money, make, do, and mend. Trying to make things go a long way. And then there's this change coming in. Okay, where's the book for this? What's that? 52. Reading's very interesting, Cancer, at the moment. The last one I really enjoyed, the Marilyn Monroe one, and then this one's very curious about it. It's really big energy. Mending. Essential meanings: forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Oracle message: each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained, Devil card, to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends of others, to others. Set yourself free. So they're clarifying that Devil card for me here with that. Relationship message. You've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. I told you something needed wrapping up. It's like having to put the burdens down, having to forgive past situations before you can move on to whatever this is. There's a reason why the universe is holding you up. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. So there are more messages here, so I'm just going to show you them all, and you can pause and read the ones that feel appropriate for you to read. So there's essential meanings, the oracle's message there, the relationship message, prosperity message is to do with like career or finance, protection message there as well if you feel like you need that. Let me just flip that page over. There you go. I think I would definitely look up that last one, the protection message. That seems particularly relevant to you, if that sort of was resonating for you there. Sorry about the drill noises. They're very noisy. They're actually, they've built 2 new houses on some sort of disused brownfield land. So it's actually pretty cool what they're doing. The houses are lovely as well. They fit in really well with the other houses on the street. And they've done a really good job. They built them really quickly as well at first, you know, the outside shell of them. It's quite entertaining. It's quite interesting to kind of watch them doing it. I sort of wish them luck with it. 12. A change in the wind. Essential meanings. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Again, I said, it's like you can feel that tower moment coming in there. Uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. The oracle message. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change. To want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience, if you look closely at that zebra though, no, it's not that one. There's another picture where it's a giraffe. It's a zebra dressed up as a giraffe. I don't remember which deck that's in, but it's yeah, it's basically sort of about identity. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is the time, again, the Hierophant card is all about kind of resisting change, sticking to the old tried and tested methods, so that's interesting. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. Excuse me. The unknown is where the magic lies. Relationship message. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come of it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from the drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Is that Lord of the Rings? Okay. Yeah, so some of you may be in a situation that has fallen apart or that is crumbling, like that tower, right? Everything is crumbling. You kind of know it intuitively. It's like everything is falling apart, and perhaps some of you are trying to mend the situation, to fix a situation. That's Tayla Parx, isn't it? We Need to Talk. It's funny that that came through as one of your songs at the start of the reading, and now it's back again. A conversation to fix the situation. I don't think it would be a waste of time for us. So some of you are trying to fix this, but I think actually the truth is that it is, you know, some of you will be able to fix it, and brilliant if you can. But I think for the majority of the people coming to this reading, whatever that is for you that's crumbling, that's falling away, is for your own good. And the mending that you need to do is mending almost like a broken heart, any open wounds that have resulted from that relationship falling away. And this is why you've got this hold up, because you need to heal, you need to mend before you can, if you're going to make a success of the next situation, you have to make sure that you're fully healed, fully mended. You've tied up all the loose ends, cut the cords that need cutting. Yeah, there you go. All right, good luck with that, Cancer. Really interesting readings at the moment. Very big energy, big life changes coming in for a lot of you. Like, I can't believe the major arcana here, like 4 here, 3 here. Huge energy, tower moment there as well. So good luck with that. Do take that advice on board. Did I show you actually? Did I show you? I don't think I showed you all the messages, so I can just quickly do that as I'm sort of saying my goodbye message. So I really do hope those messages help you. I do think they actually sound like really, really interesting, good advice. If anything, I hope that it's allowed you to kind of hold a mirror up to yourself in the situation, to be able to look at things from outside of the trees, right? It's like can't see the wood through the trees. So hopefully you've been able to take a step back to look at things objectively, to kind of analyse your situation and to be able to see whatever your truth is in this situation that's going to help you move forward and heal, fix what needs fixing and move on and cut the cords from whatever you need to leave behind. Good luck, Cancer. That was such an interesting reading. I wish you all the best with that. Lots of love and peace and hugs and internet good karma sending your way today. Do take care. Bye bye.